Welcome to part 2 of the Drinks with a Side of Gossip Fall Sports Extravaganza. Now, in part 1, we talked all the technical stuff, stats, schedules, transactions, things like that. In part 2, it's going to be the fun stuff. Foods for your football parties, drinks to go with the food. We're going to talk sexiest players in sports, the most fashionable players in sports, so much more. So get ready. Part 2 kicks off right now. Welcome back to Drinks with the Side of Gossip, the Fall Sports Extravaganza.
Yeah.
I'm George Odom.
I'm Miss Lee Lovely.
And I'm Evie Sanrio.
We are back to talk about foods.
Food.
For game day.
Food, right?
Now, during the commercial break, we were looking over this list and we were laughing. This list is brought to you by Southern Living.
Shout out to Southern Living.
Yes.
We
respect you guys.
Yes,
but
we do.
Listen,
I love Southern Living as far as lists like this.
They have
but
okay stuff.
They tend to cater to a certain audience.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not the same audience that we have.
Or that we are.
But going through it, there's some good things
there's some
on
stuff
here.
on there
Like
that I
pimento
There's like
cheese
2 out of
sausage
75.
balls.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
that's
we'll
not for
cross
me.
that up.
Yeah.
Lee, please
We'll
say
cross
the
that off the
one.
list.
Please say the one that
Which
is like bugging the both of us. Oh my gosh.
The deviled, fried deviled eggs.
Right. Okay.
Fried
I
deviled
get it.
My
eggs.
grandma
I
is
get it.
turning in her grave.
Literally, that is disgusting. The picture itself just says a million words, bro. Like, that's insane.
My grandma would have. I know, Mia.
This one talks
Yeah,
about tiny
really.
tacos. Who doesn't like tiny tacos? Make a
fat
sour
asses
cream
like me.
mixture with cilantro, cumin, lime zest, and lime juice. Serve them alongside these cheesy, beef-filled bites.
Okay, well.
Come on.
First of
Here's
all,
the
if
issue
you're going to
I
have tacos, let's have full-size tacos. Why are we
Here's
playing?
the issue I have. If you're going to have tacos, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Your regular, full-size, hey, where we can put all kinds of stuff in there.
Uh-huh.
Or if they're going to be tiny, then street tacos. Have
Yes,
them
they're
like that.
smaller than street tacos.
But those-
They're like the
bites.
mini
They're
tacos.
bites,
So,
yeah.
okay, well, we don't. That's the smallest we go.
Big
is
bag.
street taco.
If you're gonna have
Big
a
bags
spread,
only go as far as.
Listen, we're not
bag
playing
is
with these
a
mini
street taco.
tacos.
You make a taco smaller than that, we're having problems.
big
Seriously.
bags. Y'all need to understand that this is for.
Yes, we know what it's for.
Where it's for
Football
the football
games,
game.
yes.
It's for food.
Yeah, it is.
You
And
have to
so
entertain guests.
You're gonna have a lot of different foods. It's not just gonna be one.
That's true. You
one
gotta cater
dish,
to who all.
you don't
comes
need a
up.
plate of like 5 tacos or 6 tacos.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about, Lee. If you're going to invite me some tacos, I need about 5 or 6, okay?
Big back, big back.
Oh, you're going to take my song.
we talked about that song earlier.
I was
and
just
The,
jamming.
Stop
the thing
being
is
big.
with good football food is keeping it. To me, it's keeping it small or easy to make.
Exactly.
Because you make a
exactly.
lot in a variety.
Exactly. And that's why
So-
these bite-sized tacos
Yes, but
are a really good idea
if we're-
because you can get 3 or 4
Sure, buddy.
and not feel bad
Yeah.
about
He's
also
just saying
eating
that
the-
because he found the list. That's why. That's why.
So the next one on the list is air fryer lemon pepper chicken wings.
okay, wings are always a go-to.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
There's no.
Always.
There's no.
I
It
think
don't even have to be
wings-
football on TV.
Wings sounds so good right
I know
now,
they do.
too.
Yeah. Pepper, lemon pepper,
Let's pull
and
up Wingstop menu real quick.
Lemon-
Oh, seriously?
lemon pepper are one of my favorite
Yes,
flavors.
they're good.
I'm
I
a
do.
classic buffalo girl.
Are you
I just
really?
like mild buffalo, and I'm cool. I don't like anything
I like
else,
the
really.
lemon pepper, and I like the.
I like the Thai curry.
I like that one, too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Buffalo
George
Wild
brought me
Wings.
some Parmesan, I believe,
the
once.
Parmesan
Those
garlic?
were really
Yeah.
good. Those were good, yeah.
I like the Hawaiian habanero.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Those
you
ones
like
are
it
really
spicy,
good. Oh, yeah.
girl.
Teriyaki's good too.
Yeah. Anyway, wings. Period. What are we
Any
even
kind of
talking
wings,
about?
yeah.
Yeah. So it'll work.
Wings are good.
Those will work.
Yes.
Ham and Swiss sliders.
That's a
Come
good
on
one.
now.
Sliders are always good.
Toasting them
Easy.
like these are toasted. These look really good.
Yes.
Doesn't say exactly what's in them, but it looks like just ham and cheese.
Yeah.
With some.
Hey, and
very
you can
fancy.
never go wrong with sliders or like a sandwich bar.
A little.
period.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
When
We
you
had
put
it
everything
for
out there.
Evie's birthday party.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we did that, how I was saying, for the Super Bowl. We had a
And the
sandwich
bread
bar.
helps
but
you
we
sober
had,
up.
Yes, we had everything you can think of.
Right.
And they were so good.
Right.
So a couple of things on this list, you guys were already like,
We already started with the fried deviled eggs.
These.
Yeah.
Sweet potato queso.
I don't.
Sorry.
I wouldn't
Sorry.
Even, yeah, no, that's not good.
And then the fried deviled eggs.
Yeah, let's pass on that.
That just doesn't appeal. I'm sure there's people who do.
Right. And we
Yeah.
respect you
Who
for
do
that, but
like
we
it.
our personal
And
opinion.
who
we don't.
knows? Maybe one day we need to do an experiment. Maybe
Oh,
try a
Lord.
fry and see how it tastes. But I mean,
I'll have half of somebody's.
I'll-
And then like the charred vegetable guacamole was one that I was kind of like, not for me personally.
I don't know. I just like traditional.
I do too.
guacamole.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I don't need it
too.
to be fancy or special.
No, exactly. I make it all the time for all of my parties, my barbecues, and
Yes.
everything, and my brother will tear it up,
Oh,
girl.
yeah.
And
We
it's
tear
just
ours
regular old guacamole, nothing fancy or anything.
Just plain old guac.
Just the
Plano
guac.
guacamole.
Beer cheese fondue is also on this list.
That's not bad.
That's a good one.
Beer cheese is always good.
Always
Right.
good.
You know, when you get it for like a dip with like bread and stuff like
Pretzel
that.
bites.
Pretzel bites.
Yeah, pretzel bites.
So that's a really good.
That's
It
a
looks
good
like
one.
you can put in the picture. They've got like broccoli and
Yeah.
you know, little bread things.
Right, little bread balls.
Like, they look like
little
what are
balls
those
of
things
dough.
called? Did it go on the salad?
Croutons.
Crouton. There looks like little croutons on there, and then like
Well, they sell them like that, at the bakery.
Do
so
they?
you can always buy them like that.
Oh,
The
yeah.
little
Okay.
dried ones like that.
Okay.
Uh-huh. But
any
those are
kinda
for, like,
dip.
dips and things.
Any kind of dip though is
Oh,
good.
yeah.
any kind
Any
of
kind
dip.
of queso dip is good.
You mentioned the
Stop,
fried
I'm
pickle
so
dip
hungry.
Hey, fried pickle ranch dip.
from
yes.
Sam's.
I'm gonna have to go buy some. That sounds
Man.
good.
Oh my gosh,
Man.
That
so
sounds so
good.
good.
I love it.
I'll hold it in my lap. I won't.
Yeah,
share it.
Right?
no,
Like,
I'm
get
the
your
same way.
own.
So good.
What
Do
the
not
heck?
put it out
Yeah.
and let me serve myself because I'll put 3 or 4 scoops.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he like I said, girl, with that guac, if you don't get to it before him, it will be
Yeah.
gone. It
Yep.
will be
I
gone.
ain't got no shame about it.
Yes.
I like
But
it.
I can live off chips and dips.
Me
Chips and
too.
salsa. Chips
Yes.
and queso. Chips and
Love
guac.
it.
Man, that's
That's my
a deal
downfall, y'all.
For me.
Seriously.
Sometimes you just put like a little last minute get together and you're like chips and dip.
That's
Heck
right.
yeah.
But don't take me to a restaurant that serves the chips and dip or salsa first because I'm going to my 4th bowl before my entree.
You're gonna
Yeah.
fill up.
Oh yeah. I'm probably taking my entree home.
Hello.
Taco dip.
Taco dip.
This
is
one
good.
looks really complicated. It's got lettuce and tomatoes and onions. Simple guacamole,
Yep.
sour cream, beans.
Your basic 7 layer
7-layer dip,
Yeah.
exactly. Basic 7-layer dip to me. That's always
Yeah,
a winner chicken dinner.
that's right.
And speaking of chicken, buffalo chicken bites.
Yeah.
I'm not a
Chicken.
bone in wing person.
What?
No, I'm
I
not.
love bone
Really?
in.
So these
Love
buffalo
it.
chicken bites, where you probably just cut up the chicken into pieces and
Yeah.
cover it up and
Well, it drives me insane when people
wait.
say boneless wings because come on, they're not wings then. They're just chicken bites. Let's call them what
Wait,
they are.
this taco
Like,
dip. I'm sorry, Lee. I
No,
didn't
you're
mean to
good. You're
interrupt
good.
you. There's no meat
where
in the taco dip.
in the one in the picture.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh, you looked it up? Get
I
that?
am. I'm looking up the recipe right now.
I need at
and
Oh
least
no, we need some kind of
meat.
cow in
there.
there.
I guess
Yeah.
there.
Part of the cow
Maybe
or
some
the pig.
chicken,
The chicken.
half chicken,
They're-
half
yeah,
ground beef.
something. And I guess what they're using is a refried bean instead.
Okay, I get it because
Kind of like a 7-layer dip, I guess. Yeah, like a protein. Yeah.
No, I
No
need
meat at
some
all,
sort
which
of
is
animal
crazy
carcass.
to me. Because how are you gonna say it's a taco if there's no meat?
I am scrolling down to
What the
number.
I lost my
Where are we at?
I lost my list, brother.
No,
You
pull
closed the
up.
link.
Oh no, I got it.
There's
I got it back. I got it back. Back on track.
We're going to number 17 because Evie
17.
talked about this during the commercials.
Did I?
Mini black bean and cheese
Oh
enchiladas.
yeah, and it doesn't even look like it looks like
They
a
look
tart.
like torts
They
or
do.
tarts,
They-
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a little like
for
tart.
one, anything with football, for the game, people coming over, I am not going to spend my time in the kitchen
Girl.
making enchiladas.
Oh,
Exactly.
seriously.
Any kind of
Exactly,
enchilada.
yeah.
Nothing. That is
Girl,
too
that
much.
literally looks
too
like.
long.
I'm gonna look up the recipe.
And to me, it
Give me a
doesn't
minute.
fall into football food just because with that, what are we going to have? Rice and beans and all that kind of. That's more like a sit down
See,
dinner.
and to me, that's going back to the fact that we don't need such complicated.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
just football food stuff
So
to
like
snack
even
on.
like your little smokies wrapped in the
Yeah.
little.
It's not even an enchilada.
There's no meat in there, is there?
There is. Okay. Wait. No. There's not. No. There's not. You're right.
Those should be like little.
But what they're doing is they're putting it in a muffin tray, the little tiny tortilla, right, to make it into a tart, whatever, right?
The caucasity.
Exactly.
The caucasity
Yes. Okay, so you have to bake. Okay, yeah, and all that. But there's, you know what makes it an enchilada, quote unquote? You add enchilada sauce in it.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
no.
that's
Yeah,
not-
and store-bought
that's
enchilada
not-
sauce, by the way. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Is there any other kind?
Enchilada sauce, green chilies, and a medium bowl.
I don't know how to make homemade enchilada sauce.
Transfer mini
Oh,
enchiladas.
Del Paso's fine for me.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
Really? So you don't
That
do the
is
dried chiles and soak them and blend them and
No. What kind of person do you think I am?
OMG, it has a video of this
And
audacity.
I know you like the ones that with the store bought because that night that we went out and Mom made us enchiladas.
yes, I tore them up.
And it was store bought.
Yeah,
and
and
it
I've,
was
I've
old
made
El
them like
Paso.
that, but I
Oh,
mean, man,
Lord. This
was
is not
old
good,
El
you
Paso.
guys.
the homemade ones. are
I'm over
always
here
good.
in horror, y'all.
But to me, football with enchilada, I'm thinking more tailgate food.
Tailgate
So
food.
I'm thinking of wraps and wings, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And burritos, like real quick
Yeah.
burritos and
Fajita
the
meat
fried
and
food,
stuff.
hot dogs and
we had gotten invited
chili
to a
dogs and-
tailgate once for my husband.
For her husband, so
Because
this is upscale.
yes, he had
Tell us,
gotten.
I love to hear about
yes,
your
so
millionaire
let me
life.
just tell you about my glamorous lifestyle. No, I'm just kidding. No, but anyways, he had gotten invited to a tailgate because he was invited to join the. Well, here in Lubbock, here where we live, we have a West Texas Home Builders Association,
Yeah, of
and
which
they-
her husband's a member.
of which my husband is a
So
member
y'all
now.
were out there at the games. Y'all
Yes,
have
we've gone. Yeah, we had gone invited that year. It was last year, I believe. And they had these wraps, and it was like a sausage wrap or whatever, and it was really good. It was really
Yeah.
good. And oh my gosh! But yeah, I was just gonna tell you about the wraps, but I had to throw that little tidbit in there.
Hey, let me tell you something. The tailgaters out there for our games are amazeballs.
Oh, and we won first prize on that because you know they do contests
Yes.
about who's like the best tailgaters. That the people we had gone
Did y'all?
with, they won.
Yeah, and they do it. They announce those during the games
yes,
too.
girl, we were so excited. I was like,
But
hey.
once you go and tailgate out here, they're so dedicated. They go the
Right.
night before, set up. They're already drinking, cooking,
and it's
smoke.
hot out there
Yes.
though. It's
And
crazy.
I love still walking, of course, to the
Mm-hmm.
games because you can't help it from where I'm at. You
Right.
run into all the tailgaters.
Yes.
And it's like you're walking by and they're already, hey,
Yes.
whatever. I've walked and ate a whole meal getting to the game because people are like, hey, come to get a rabbit.
Yes,
Everybody
they
is so
do.
nice and
Yes.
sweet. And it's like,
we had an
they're-
open bar that day.
yes,
so we
that
had a really good
drinks and
time.
giving
Yeah.
me beers. I mean, just, it's awesome.
My
Really
Uncle
people here
Robert.
are awesome.
My Uncle Robert from Irving. Hi, Uncle Robert.
Love
Hi,
you, Uncle
Julie.
Robert.
When he comes to town, he'll sometimes go to like the Tech football games. They will set up the biggest
Oh yeah, he's a badass when it comes to that kind of thing.
tailgate thing, but not anywhere close because they don't want to deal with all the traffic and
Yeah,
stuff like
right.
that.
Yeah, because it's crazy.
So they'll do it, a couple blocks down from the stadium. Like you can still see the stadium. The traffic's still nuts.
Yeah.
But there'll be like 40 people out there, and
Yes.
they're just,
Having
going
a
to
I
good
wonder
time.
if I've stopped there. I may have.
You know what?
With
It's
Uncle
down the
Robert?
street,
Yeah.
and they usually do it down the street from where you're at. Like about halfway between where you're at and where the stadium's
Really?
at. So you may
I
have
It's
may
been
not that
out there
corner house
before.
across
But
from
I
the
mean,
parking lot, is
they
it?
make.
No.
Oh, okay.
They set up, and I mean, they're giving out the wraps and barbecue
Oh,
sandwiches
And
and
those
She-
people that
and
Her
live by
family
there.
lives on the next block from where Aunt Janie used to
yeah.
live.
Oh, okay.
We're,
so
like,
you guys
right
are
there.
like right there.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
So even we're in the spot where our block gets packed with people
And,
parking
girl.
and walking, and it's
Yeah, the ones that are right there are making money though off
yeah.
of the
Oh,
parking.
yeah.
Off of the parking.
I've offered with mine under my carport.
We had to park at one that year that we went. The last year that we had gone, and because we had to cross that little thingy or whatever to
Yeah.
get to where they were, and it was crazy because they were super sweet people. They were really
Yeah.
nice, and we went in Jose's truck, so we didn't want to just park anywhere or
The
nothing
fancy
like that.
truck.
Yeah, Jose's got the nicer truck than I do. But anyways, we parked it there, and they were super. But oh my god, they made his head so big because they were like, "Oh man," they were just like, because we had just gotten the truck at the time, and they were like, "Oh man, this is amazing," and I don't know what, and I was like, "It's all right." And I was like, "It's not all that."
And then they go with the driver, so of course,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, her and her husband have a driver
Oh wow.
Yeah.
because they're so fancy. I know.
Yeah.
And we're over here walking.
I know,
and
walking.
No.
But
I chose the
millionaires
truck.
get to have a driver. driver.
Right.
Whatever.
But I love it though. Again, like I said, we're able to get food.
It's so fun though.
Yes.
That's so
And
cool.
people are
Y'all
so
have to
nice.
invite us this year
Yes,
so
and
me
we
and my
need to
husband can
walk.
go. Yes, we can
And
go and
even
have some
through
fun.
Raider Alley is
Okay.
is awesome.
See, and
So-
you
We
know
went
all
and
about
saw-
that.
I know this is way off the food or whatever, but we went and saw Louis the Singer. He performed at the stadium in Raider Alley last year, and it
Really?
was pretty awesome.
Wow, we
Who's
should
Louis the singer?
Oh my God!
Like
Let's keep talking about this food
you know
because
what?
you're just gonna piss me
Wait,
off.
you know what? You know who needs to perform at the Raider Alley or at a football game? Mouse Shadow. My friend's
Oh, your
band.
friend.
Oh,
They
yeah.
should totally perform
They
out
should.
That
there.
would be cool.
Shout out to Mouse Shadow. I gotta
Shout
Shout
write
out
down.
Mouse Shadow.
Shadow. We need to get you.
We are your
on
biggest fans over here.
We need to
Colt
get you on.
and Mouse Shadow.
Colt,
You guys,
we
need
love
to
you.
perform
Raider
at
Alley. We
Raider
need to
Alley.
talk to what's his name, the gorilla.
Uh,
Say hey.
Jeff Davis, Jeff
No,
Dawson,
Da-
Jeff Lawson,
David
Davis,
Dawson.
Davis Smith.
He was
Davis-
my lawyer.
Davis-
There we go.
Remember
Davis
him?
Smith.
That's right.
Yes, Davis Smith. You got 1 point.
Davis Smith.
Good for you.
That's right. And
He's
tell
cool.
me-
they-
He's so nice.
We really should talk to Davis Smith about that. I've met him before.
He's a
back
nice
in my
man.
radio days, and
Yes, and
we really
he used to donate a lot. So
Yeah,
yeah.
he's a nice
he's so
guy.
involved. He's such a huge Red Raider
Yeah.
fan.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, he is.
He's a good tipper too. He's a good
Yes.
tipper. He's parked out at the airport. Mary's got him before. He's a good tipper.
He's very nice
Shout
man.
out to Davis Smith.
Davis
Shout out
Smith,
Davis
the
Smith.
gorilla.
The gorilla
The
law firm.
gorilla.
Out.
But that's as far as of a shout out you're gonna get.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
We ain't making no
I
money
know,
off
right?
of
Let's
that.
not. Let's
We didn't
not.
make no money off of
Right.
that. That's just.
Love
I just
you,
think he's a
but
great guy.
listen,
Yeah,
he
he
really
is
is
a great guy.
Very
He's a
nice
sweet
man.
man.
Yes.
He,
So-
he's into martial arts
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and things like that. I mean, he's got tattoos.
Which is not very-
like crazy tattoos.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which isn't very common in the lawyers,
Yeah.
mind you.
And
you know, but he's a nice guy.
He's become really good friends with like Ric Flair.
Oh, yeah,
and
he knows
Vanilla
the
Ice.
famous
Oh, yeah.
people.
and even
yeah.
Snoop, and
Yeah.
it's just crazy. It's pretty
He's
bad.
he's big
But
stuff.
back to the list.
Back
Yes,
to the
keep
food.
going.
We're on number 19.
We're on
Spinach
19.
artichoke dip. I
That's-
love
that's always
spinach
a
artichoke dip.
yeah.
And that's it.
I've only tried the one that comes in the can. Like,
Oh,
you know what I'm
no.
talking about?
You
Like
need
the
to- you
Tostitos
need to
kind? I've never had a
definitely-
homemade
jar.
one
You
before.
need a
Yeah.
homemade one because
So good.
homemade, it's a whole different level.
I like that one.
So, quick question: as far as tailgate food, you know what you make, because it's a huge difference what you make at home and what you make or what they make at
Tailgating. Uh-huh.
So, what is one of the oddest things you've ever had, or somebody serve you, but actually ended up being the best thing you've ever tried or tasted?
Oh gosh.
I had
Like you've never
sausage
had it?
queso.
You've never had it before, and you're like,
It
but
was
then
like
you try it and you're
sausagey,
like,
real sausagey.
Uh-huh.
It was a little odd. I had never had
I've
it
seen
before.
people grill fish at out there make fish tacos, but I've never tried it.
Really?
But
You've
to
never
me,
tried a fish
no,
taco?
no, I mean, not at a
Girl.
tailgate.
Yeah.
Getting
To
that
me, it
guy to try
seems-
anything is like pulling
No,
teeth.
come on now. You know me and you are the ones who are
He doesn't
always
like
trying.
seafood.
You don't like seafood?
No, you don't.
I
What
love seafood.
Ah,
I
sushi.
love seafood.
Sushi is his one thing.
She's
Oh,
just
sushi's
mad
good.
because
I've tried to
I don't-
serve him all kinds of
tell-
stuff.
She's just mad because if I don't like the Mexican food that she brings, that's got all these spices
His
and
brother-in-law
weird
is
fish.
literally from Mexico. He
That
should
doesn't
get
mean
used
I
to
should
it.
She controls what I eat.
No, but he should
But
be
you
more
don't-
open
That's what
you like
she's
minded.
mad.
seafood.
I do like seafood. If she makes a good ceviche, I'll eat it.
Ooh,
Oh,
ceviche.
okay.
I'll eat
Yeah.
ceviche.
Yeah.
You know, fried fish and stuff like that, grilled fish.
Yeah.
If it's good, I'll eat it. But
Yeah.
like she's talking about stuff like that's soaked in like a caldo and stuff like that. I'm sorry, I don't like fish food. I don't want one of those caldo de mar where it's like 18 different
Siete
sea
mares.
creatures.
That's what it's
Whatever
called.
it's
Which
called.
means 7 seas.
7 seas, which means it has 18 different animals in it. You know, that's what I don't want, and that's why she's like, she doesn't like seafood. Perdón that I
Right.
don't.
You have
that
to
means
say,
excuse
yeah,
me.
yeah. Let's give what it means. Come on now, come on.
But you know, that's
Yeah.
what she's talking about because I don't like stuff like that. You know, I don't like squid. You know,
you don't like calamari?
No, I've
Oh,
never.
I
liked
love
calamari.
calamari.
You know, I've
Mm.
never tried. We're all going off the subject again, but the molcajetes, which are the
big fish.
the rock
Mhm.
See,
things
and
that
that's-
Oh.
you, the molcajete things
Yeah.
that you get at the Mexican restaurants. Well, they have the big ones here at. I'm trying to think of the restaurant's name, but they have that with the shrimp and all that stuff in it. But they also have the octopus. To hang it over. I mean, they're huge. They're like this.
Right, right.
I've never tried it before.
Really?
They are so good.
That
the
sounds kinda
octopus
good.
is actually good. I'd never tried it
Really?
before. It is really good.
And you enjoyed
not
it?
too bad.
As long as it's not moving, I'll eat it.
Yeah.
But I've been.
Of course,
where-
that's really not a tailgate. So
No,
back
That's not
to
tailgate. Yeah.
back
sorry,
to the football
yes,
food.
Yes. Back to the football.
We're gonna skip over the rest of this list because we're just going so
We're
crazy. over
babbling.
time.
One,
Yeah.
I was gonna tell y'all one of the best things that I had ever tried. One of my friends had got just pickle spears and put cream cheese, had like a slice of cream cheese next to the pickle spear, and wrapped it in ham, smoked ham, like just like that's it. That's it. Probably one of the best snacks
That sounds
I've ever had.
amazing.
My
Back to
daughter
pickles.
my daughter still
Yeah.
will make that till
You
this
guys
day.
and pickles.
That sounds good.
But you know what? I would like it like wrapped in bacon
Yeah, bacon.
because
would be
I'm
good.
not a ham. I'm not a ham.
Oh, you're
person.
not?
Mm-mm.
I love
It was
them.
like a smoked, you know what I mean? But it was so good. Then that's all it was. Didn't take long. Did
Nothing,
whatever.
very simple,
And she had,
yeah.
I mean, the whole table was just filled with food like that.
Right, like finger
for the
foods,
game.
right? Yeah, like that
because
you're
you
trying-
get up, you're watching the game, and you're just grabbing
Right,
from,
right.
you know. So.
Uh-huh.
And we're talking about drinks,
Oh,
Oh.
well.
cocktails, and drinks.
Ooh,
for
can I go
your
first?
Football game. Do you have? I know.
Evie
did a lot of research. Lee did a lot of research.
Yes.
So Evie, you go off of your list.
Okay,
before
so
start.
we had been talking about chips and dips, right? So I was, kind of doing my research, and I saw a 7-layer dip would go perfectly with a Patron margarita.
Margaritas are always a hit.
Margaritas go great
Yeah.
with
Yes,
any food.
always.
Yeah, Patron margarita, and Patron is like my
Listen,
favorite.
Yeah,
serve me a
Love
can
me
of
some
Campbell's
Patron.
soup and I'll drink a margarita.
Hello, right?
Right.
But it's just something about the chips and dip just go perfect
Yeah.
with margarita.
Yeah. Chips,
Like,
chips and dip and a margarita.
yeah.
But
So
you
good.
can't go wrong with the margarita. Frozen, on the rocks, it doesn't matter. It's just...
Yeah,
I
either way,
prefer
very
frozen.
versatile, right?
And I do prefer frozen too.
Because if
over-
I drink it on the rocks, I will like
Get-
fly through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will.
And that can get dangerous.
Yeah.
It'll get real
when
really
you're
quickly.
into your 6th or 7th one, then it's like, oh.
Right.
So I prefer
You're all
frozen
slurring, yeah.
because if you do it too fast frozen, you get a head
Right.
thing, you know.
Yeah.
And so that keeps me in check.
Yeah.
That keeps me in check. Evie?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I also found some spiced honey chicken wings, and the perfect pair for that would be an Athletic Brewing Run Wild IPA.
IPAs
Yeah.
are a hit and miss.
Yeah,
So
they really
it-
are.
yeah.
I've never drank IPA before.
Really?
Never, yeah. I've never, I don't know. It's not good then, I'm assuming?
Getting
I
back to
mean-
Mouse Shadow, Colt is a huge IPA drink.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then I'll ask
He
him.
loves him.
Yeah, I'm
He
gonna have
loves
to,
him, but I can't.
Can't do it?
Yeah.
We go to a bar that doesn't have domestic beers on tap, but he gets his IPAs there. And I'm like, give me a Dos Equis.
Yeah,
They'll look
right.
at me and they're like, do you want a Dos Equis or a Victoria?
Yeah.
I'm like, is it because I'm Mexican? But okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Give me my damn
They
Dos
saw the
Equis.
cactus on your forehead, buddy.
Right
They were
there,
like,
the
listen.
nopal right there. And
Yeah,
they're like,
the nopal is a cactus, by the way.
To me, you actually have to, one, be in the mood to try when it comes to trying.
Those type of beers?
Yes.
Or, yeah,
And
alcohol.
two, you have to have a very open palate. Let's just put it that way,
Really?
because
Yeah.
it's a really different taste than your
Average
Bud
beer.
Lights
Your
and
beer,
your
Right,
yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
the one that I like is Blue Moon, and I don't know if it's IPA or not, but it's called Blue Moon.
I've seen that one,
Blue
the Blue
Moon's
Moon.
not bad. I mean, it's okay.
That's usually if I want something from the tap
I've
there.
never
I'll
tried
try
those,
that.
any of that stuff.
And they say to drink that with orange, like
With an orange
yeah.
slice.
yeah,
they'll-
that's
they'll
why
put
the
an orange
commercials,
slice.
right?
Yeah.
It's got the orange on it. Okay.
Yeah, so that's something.
Cool. And then I also found King's Hawaiian mini Cubano sandwiches, and the perfect drink for that would be a Moscow Mule.
Okay, see, we talked about this yesterday, you and
Yeah,
I, when we
yeah.
were researching our
Uh-huh.
stuff, and I don't like the idea of putting a Moscow Mule with a Cuban sandwich.
Yeah.
To
Right.
me, like something rum based.
Yes.
Because it's it's rum. It's when you think of
Cuban food.
Cuban food, you
Right.
think of rum, something islandy.
yes.
Right.
You know, and like a Moscow Mule to me just seems like
It
cold.
doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I found it a little odd, but I was like, okay, whatever you guys say. And then I also found some Nacho Supreme, and the perfect drink for that would be Tiki Rum Mai Tai.
A Mai
I love
Tai.
a good Mai Tai.
Yeah, Tiki
Mai Tais are
Rum
pretty
Mai
good.
Tai. Yeah,
and
that
that's
was the
another
favorite
thing.
one.
I will drink it with anything. I don't care.
Yeah.
Really?
A tuna sandwich and a Mai Tai.
And a Mai
I don't
Tai.
care.
Give it to me.
That is so cool that you guys have tried all these alcohols and stuff. I guess because
You've
I've been
never-
married so long, and my husband kind of knows how I get when I drink too much. So I get kind of the reins put on me where I haven't really gotten to try anything. I was 25 when I got married.
That's one thing about brother-in-law. I have to say thank you for letting her drink on this show,
Right?
Because she does act like a donkey if she drinks too much.
It's a
now,
family
we
thing.
don't
Let me
drink
tell you,
enough
girl.
on this show for her to get into full donkey status.
Well,
but
my little boneyard over here gets pretty full.
Yeah.
I've seen her when she's like full up there, and she is insane. Like she's up there with me.
Yes.
Like,
Oh,
we're
goodness.
Yeah, we're
brother
related.
and sister.
And we've on me and we've always been big drinkers. And if we're gonna cook out, even if we're just having people over, guess what? We're having beer.
Right.
We're drinking
And let me
beer.
say this about
We're
you
doing-
and Chad. When you and Chad drink together, and it's like early, it's like everybody's cool and relaxed. But as the night goes on and they keep going, it becomes a competition as to
It almost does.
who's gonna.
See, I've never met your brother.
We all need to hang out.
I want to meet him one day.
And I want to have
so
him on the show. 'Cause
interesting.
it's
Yeah,
gonna
he
be-
sounds real interesting.
Oh,
I want to
he
meet
is.
that guy.
Oh, I
we
love
actually
him to
talked
death.
about in the break of maybe putting Chad on the air.
Yes.
So
That'll be
that's
cool,
something
too.
that we're gonna work
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
We're gonna
yeah.
talk to with him about
And
it. But
I
Chad's,
guess with us, with our tolerance, so to speak, it's, the competition might as well never end because we're always the last ones. We've always
That
been the last
is
ones.
crazy, girl.
But,
I can't.
We have so much fun.
I can
I'm not an
imagine.
alcoholic, people. I'm just letting you know.
just has- she says, "Mommy has a good
Right, we
time."
do. We always have a really, really good time.
Yeah.
So, but as far as drinks and stuff like this goes, I've never been a big mixed drinker. I really love margaritas, of course. Got to be in the mood for them. But one of my favorites that I will drink if I have everything over a beer, believe it or not, because I'm a beer drinker, is a Chilton.
OMG. I
Yeah. I
love
love a Chilton.
Chiltons.
And man, I'm gonna have to bring stuff so I can make it on my cucumber lime Chilton.
oh my gosh,
gosh.
I love cucumber.
My cousin
Chilton.
Marcy,
my gosh.
shout out to Marcy. Marcy's the one that put me on Chiltons. I had never had one before, and one night I went over to her house for some drinks. Girl, and they were so delicious.
Yes.
And after I drank them at her house, I could never find them the same.
Really?
Anywhere at any
I'm
of
gonna
the
have to
bars
make
that
it
I've been
and
to.
Mine, the key is putting tahini instead of salt. on
Oh,
the rim.
okay.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
Oh yeah.
Telling you, I love me some Chiltons.
Yep. So good.
We still have
ahead.
a whole lot of stuff.
Go
so
ahead,
let's
go ahead.
scroll
Go,
through
go, go,
these
go,
really
go.
quickly.
Yes.
Micheladas, Marcy again.
Oh,
is a
she
huge
loves the
fan of
micheladas. Oh, yeah.
I think she brought for your birthday party.
She
She brought a
did.
bottle
Yeah.
of michelada mix.
She
Not a
did.
fan.
Really.
Not a fan. No, but
Ooh,
I
these
know
look
they're super
good.
popular.
Yeah. If you want to like up
OMG.
your beer as far as flavor goes, because we love the beer salt and stuff, but those are always good. And my dad, man, he used to make a good. What are they called? Now I can't think of the name, but it's just the beer. But he would do the V8 with it. Stuff you would
Sorta
almost
like
use like
a
a Bloody Mary,
michelada.
but it's
Yeah,
not
but-
vodka.
yeah.
You would do it for your beer
Yeah.
on ice, and man, those things are good too.
I get heartburn really bad, you guys, so
Really?
I can't mess with those kind of things. I used to drink them when I was younger, and they taste so good, but I just can't do it anymore.
This list talks about beer margaritas, where you mix in some beer with your favorite
Yeah.
margarita.
Did you
I've
see
never,
the-
You've never had
I've
those?
never.
Those
I've
are
had
actually
where
pretty
they tip the bottle over,
Right.
But I've never considered that. I've just considered like,
Oh, okay.
you know. But I've had where they've done that. But
Did
Yeah.
you see the team color cocktail pouches?
I'm looking at that
That is
now.
so
I like
cute.
Those
that.
actually, yeah, those are actually.
Shit, don't threaten me with a good
pretty
time.
good.
We'll
I
make
They
those.
love
sell
that.
those at the stores.
Really?
Have y'all seen those?
No.
I
It's-
haven't.
It's just like when you go and buy the flavor pops for the kids.
Uh-huh.
Okay, these are like the alcoholic versions of them.
Okay, so
And they
for,
look just like them.
Really?
Just like the flavor pops, but they have alcohol in them.
for Yvonne's birthday, I was gonna buy some, but I said either those or those little twisted shots. But I said, let me get the twisted shots because I don't want to be messing with trying to freeze
Yeah.
100 shots of these frozen popsicles.
Okay, guys, can we go to the jalapeno jelly tequila shots?
I
What
was
the heck
looking at
is
that,
going on there?
Oh,
man.
no.
I would try
Oh
it.
no!
Oh, I would try
It's
it.
served in a jalapeno.
Girl,
jar.
I would literally
try
die.
it.
I told you I get heartburn really bad,
Yeah.
so that would
Oh,
kill
I would
me.
try
Like
it.
literally
I
standing
bet you
up.
it's good.
It's crazy.
Taking a tequila shot with instead of
This list is good.
your salt, you do the salt
Yes,
and the whatever.
yes.
You do it with Tabasco sauce. Have you tried that?
Yeah,
Oh
I
my,
love
I
it with
love
Tabasco
that.
sauce.
You do Tabasco, take your shot, and then you do your lemon.
You go, girl.
Man.
Y'all are real spicy
Those
people.
are so good.
There's a drink on here called a Dark and Stormy.
Those Bloody Mary bar looks good. Stop.
A sweet tea cocktail. I'm sorry, I can't have sweet tea alcohol.
Oh,
have you tried sweet tea vodka?
Yes.
no.
I can't.
If you Deep Eddies, shout out to Deep Eddies. Their
Send
sweet
us free
tea
stuff.
vodka, and then their and then their lemonade. You mix those two together on ice. You would never think that you're drinking, man.
You know, when I was
Those are
single,
so
I was
good.
a Long Island tea drinker.
See, that's not the same to me as like a iced tea.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about iced tea flavored vodka.
Oh, okay.
The
See,
Deep
this
Eddy,
one.
shout out again, Deep Eddy, because
Shout out.
they put
Send
their
us a
foot
bottle.
in that one. That one is good.
But
that
yeah,
one's really good.
The Long Islands, y'all, that was what made my husband not let me drink anymore. What
Frozen
can you
beer
do?
margaritas too. I'll try that because
Yeah.
I like frozen
Frozen
margaritas.
beer margarita.
Melon mint agua fresca.
Ooh.
I said that real Caucasian.
What is agua fresca?
It's fresh water.
Okay,
Fresh water.
There you go.
Have y'all tried the ranch waters? Have y'all tried
Oh,
those?
yeah.
No, I've seen
Those are
them
so good.
everywhere.
Those ranch waters are good. I actually
Really?
like them. Yeah. I
Yeah,
actually
the
like 'em.
ranch water makes a Chilton version, and
Yes.
it's really good.
Agua fresca. That looks
As
good.
far as like any kind of wines or sparklers, which is weird because ranch water is almost kind of like a sparkling water in a way. I don't do.
Ooh,
I'm looking at all of these and I'm like,
That
nah.
lime beer cocktail looks kind of
No.
good to me. With all them limes on the top, that looks kind of nice. I would try
See, and
that.
I would try stuff with lime and stuff. I like spicy or sour. I'm not a very sweet.
They should put the oh shit on their JR.
Oh, I know.
Shout out
Rob.
Christina and Robbie.
Mixologist Rob makes this drink called an oh shit.
Oh, girl.
Oh, really?
I don't know what's in it, but it's got like 7 different liquors
Girl,
in it. Liquors, not liqueurs.
Yeah.
Liquors.
Liquors.
And
yes.
you take a drink of it, and it tastes like a
Capri Sun.
Yeah,
It
almost
tastes like
a
juice.
like a juice kind of thing.
So good.
and then you
Really
have a few of
delicious.
them, and then you're like 3 of them, and you're like,
So, do you think, as far as because this is again drinks for football, do y'all feel that a lot of these maybe like too fancy for football? Like
I
I
get
would
what
only
you're
stick
saying.
to
Yeah, I
to
totally
me
get it.
it's the beer, it's shots, of course. Anything frozen, like the frozen
Simple.
margaritas. Yeah,
Simple stuff, yeah.
Especially if you're outside or if it's a midday game or whatever.
Right.
I definitely want
I would take
to be
advice
making.
from her. Her that she's the diehard football fan, so
Yeah.
she kind of would know more or less what's better.
Unless I
you
ran
know?
a bar and I could do all the stuff, and
Right.
I wouldn't want to be making these type of
Maybe
drinks. I
like
mean, pop,
that is very fancy
yeah.
though. I get what
Pop
you're
me a
saying.
Bud Light and I'm good to go.
yeah, that's
Let's go.
exactly right.
Yeah.
Give me a shot, give me a beer,
Yes.
and I'm good. I'm good. I'm done.
Yeah.
But we're gonna take a really quick break, and we're gonna come back with uniforms, best and worst looking uniforms out there.
All right.
I know Evie did research into those.
I
She's
shall
got
be
a lot
glad.
of a list of them. We're also gonna be talking about the hottest athletes
Yes.
and
The
who are
sexiest.
also the best dressed
Yes,
athletes.
and
So we're
best
gonna
dressed.
take a really quick break. You're listening to Drinks with the Side of Gossip, not the weekend edition. The beers are already
Right,
taking
right.
effect. The Fall Sports Extravaganza.
Welcome back to Drinks with the Side of Gossip. I am Miss Lee Lovely.
I'm Evie Sanrio.
And I'm George Odom. This is the Fall Sports Extravaganza. So we're back talking about uniforms.
Yes.
All right.
On this list, do you have something written down?
I do.
Okay.
Stop.
Evie's always prepared with her little list.
I was ready with my list. Okay, so are we doing best, worst?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's what we're doing first. Okay, so I'm going to start off. I want to do worst first. You mind?
And are we doing uniforms NFL?
It doesn't matter because
Okay.
there's all different kinds on that list.
Yeah. Mine, I have all kinds.
I got you.
So, can I start with worst?
You start off wherever
cool,
you want.
Cool,
Just
okay.
go.
So I'm doing worst uniforms.
Oh, just go.
Okay, so my first is Yukon football jerseys. They were made by Aeropostale, and this was in the early 2000s, and they were bad. They were really, really
What
bad.
color were they? I don't
Yeah,
remember
what color-
UConn.
Yukon. Isn't Yukon
Oh, so she wrote it down. She
I
doesn't
wrote it
have a
down.
picture.
I didn't write them. I don't have a picture of it or anything,
Okay,
guys. Sorry,
so
but they were
UConn
bad.
in the early 2000s.
Yes.
So it looks like a Cowboys jersey to me.
Does it?
Yeah.
I wish I could.
It looks
I
like a
looked it up on
Cowboys
my
jersey.
iPad and I left it
It
at home.
almost does.
Okay.
So, okay.
So, okay.
And then I also have the Anaheim Ducks.
Is it green?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah,
it's
those
green.
are their Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, they're mighty
They're
ducks.
Yeah,
Mighty
okay, you know
Ducks
what? Let me
era.
scoot myself over here
Yes.
next mic because you're going to ask me for questions, and I need to be right here by this laptop because I didn't realize that you were going to be questioning me. But okay.
I'm sorry. I
Okay.
don't know what you're talking about.
So,
I'm just
I
thinking
had-
you were going to be prepared for
I
this.
am prepared, but I didn't realize we were going to, like, grill me and everything.
Well, you
Dang
wrote the
it.
list.
I did.
Well, I'll
Okay.
tell you first, straight off the bat.
You
NFL
go.
wise, one of the ugliest, I think, teams. And, well, there's two. And I'm sorry for anybody that are fans out there, but I just can't. As far as color wise, Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Browns.
Oh, yeah. That's a good
I
one.
just
The
I don't
Bears.
Like, yeah, the Bears. No, the Chicago Browns. The Cleveland Browns.
The
I'm sorry.
Cleveland Browns.
Yes.
Okay.
The orange and brown can't do it.
The Chargers.
The green and yellow can't do it.
The Chargers. LA Chargers.
Uh-huh.
Are they still a team? Did they move to Vegas?
No.
Okay, so
Isn't
they're
it
still
the
a
Raider-
team. The Chargers.
The Chargers.
They're still a team, right?
Yeah, the Chargers.
That
still-
lightning bolt shit don't
Uh-huh.
work for me.
You don't like it?
Lightning bolt.
No, doesn't work.
Okay, there it is. So I did the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1999, and it is red, and it has a scary little pirate on the front, and it's like
Okay.
terrifying.
Really?
Yeah, that was also on my list.
Okay.
Yes.
For the worst.
let's
For worst
see.
uniform, yes.
On our list that we have, one of the best is the Chicago Blackhawks hockey team, and you know we're big into red and black.
Oh, of course.
They're number 6 on the list.
As far as NCAA, if we want to talk best, to me, Tech is number one.
Oh yeah, I
They're-
love red and black.
Yes,
I'm wearing red and black
yep.
right now.
Yeah, black is my favorite color.
Mine
And for
too.
those who think it's a shade, okay, well, it's my
It's-
favorite shade.
You know what?
But-
It's my makes me not look so fat color.
Right.
Real
So
slim.
yeah.
I wear black all the time.
Black and red, great.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just fit. And then our new uniforms coming out this year are pretty fire. I'm going to have to go find me a jersey.
Okay, so somebody said the Yankees. I'm not a Yankees uniform fan.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
really?
I think it's cute, yes.
Arizona Diamondbacks had ugly uniforms. The Croatia men's national soccer team in 2006
The-
has one of the best because it's like a checkerboard.
the red and white?
Red and white, yeah. So that's a really good one.
I like New York Yankees, and I like the Los Angeles Lakers, the basketball team. Their uniforms, I think, are one of the best.
I, of course, just as a fan,
Yes.
say the Mavs have the best.
The Mavs have the best. Even when they change their color, like with their green and stuff,
Yeah.
love it. I love them.
Another one is the Raiders. Oakland,
Uh-huh.
LA, Vegas,
Wherever we're at now.
Yeah.
Poughkeepsie, wherever they're at now.
Theirs is kind
The
of cool.
black
The Raider
and
on the front.
silver.
Yeah, it's kind of
It's
Yeah.
such a nice. I mean,
It-
just
it
like,
always goes
It's,
It
Yeah.
is very nice.
Yeah.
not a Raiders fan, but
Yeah.
yeah, they've got one of the worst ones.
Right.
I mean, one of the best
One
ones.
of the best ones, yeah.
The Jacksonville Jaguars have a gold Color Rush edition, which is so terrible looking. It says it looks like mustard that can ruin a hot dog. So yeah, not a fan of that
That's
one.
not a good one.
Stop hitting that.
Well, I'm trying not to. I'm trying to get pictures so you'll get off my ass.
Miami Heat, the City Edition, is supposedly the best, but it's like a teal, turquoise, and
Uh-huh.
pink. I'm sorry, I don't like it.
Wow. Isn't, what was the baseball team? Was it Miami that changed? Didn't they change to the black? And then they had the Miami with the real neon blue and pink.
Marlins.
And, oh, was it the Marlins?
Was it the Marlins?
I thought it was. Is it?
Because this says that that's their current jersey.
Really?
Who used to
I
have
thought
that,
that one was
funny,
pretty
like,
nice.
it was like a blue and orange.
No,
Dolphins?
We're not. We don't have time to
Okay.
switch topics.
I was talking about a football uniform.
I've always liked the Dolphins because of that
I didn't like
bluish
it.
color.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then the little dolphin.
See, he was
on
already
it.
going to yell at me. I was
Right,
talking about
already,
the
yeah.
topic.
The
Jeez.
dolphin with the little helmet on?
Yeah.
You said? Yeah, That's so funny.
He was like, I'm just reading.
I know. What a jerk.
I know. It's
Jeez.
because I always panic when we start to run out of
Okay,
time.
I
keep
gotcha.
going.
And so
Keep
that's
going.
that's the list. That's it. That's it off of
That's
that.
it on
yeah,
there.
that's all.
So we're gonna move on to the sexiest athletes in sports.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had looked up a list as well.
Okay.
Tell
And
us. Share.
this one goes with not just NFL players, but
My
it's,
list too.
all kinds.
Mhm.
I did pull up both, that had them on there. Actually, it was that website that I had sent you. But as far as football players go, on the list that was taken, one of the top chosen as number one sexy was Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
He's on my list.
And he's pretty hot. And coming in number 2 was Saquon Barkley.
I have that one too.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's
He's
Good
a
looking
good-looking
guy.
guy.
Yes.
Joe Burrow made the list.
Joe Burrow has such a baby face,
he
though. It's
does.
hard
He
for me
looks
to,
like-
to be
yes,
on
he
board
does.
with that.
Christian McCaffrey's on there.
Christian McCaffrey, I totally see
Jalen
it.
Hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy. Stephon Diggs. TJ Watt. Travis Kelce's on there, of course.
Travis Kelce,
Odell
of course.
Beckham Jr. is on
Okay,
there.
see, people sleep on Odell Beckham Jr.,
Yes.
but I say yes.
No.
Except for
That's
when
no
he was
for me.
attached to the Kardashians.
Yeah.
That's
That
a
grossed
no
me out.
for
Because I'm
me.
like, I don't want an STD casserole from
Gross.
from Kim Kardashian.
My daughter, she's a huge Cowboys fan, and she is absolutely in love with CeeDee Lamb. She thinks he
Okay.
is such a good-looking.
And he is,
looking
yeah.
player,
CeeDee
yeah.
Lamb, I agree with that. This list also includes Lionel Messi,
Messi, yes.
He's a
Neymar.
good looking guy.
Let's see. Tennis player, soccer player. I don't know who you are.
Jonathan Owens, football player. He's
He was on this list too.
yeah, he's pretty good looking.
Steph Curry's on this list.
I don't think
We talked about
I
Steph
think
Curry.
he's
too.
handsome.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I think maybe his eyes do it. He has very
He's a
pretty eyes.
cutie.
He seems like a really nice person.
Yeah,
Right.
but
And I
don't-
think that does a lot for his looks.
yeah, but I think
His
that's about.
looks.
Because I think he's a handsome guy, and like I said, his face. He's
I
a very friendly
had
person.
Dan Campbell from the Detroit Lions, the head coach, as a
Oh,
good
I
looking
told
guy.
you she was gonna
Yeah.
pull up the daddy
Yeah,
list.
Yeah,
dad
he's
list.
got the
Yeah.
dad bod going on and everything, but I think he's handsome. Good
Jason
looking guy.
Tatum also made
Jason
the
Tatum,
list.
yes.
Jimmy Butler made the list, but I'm like, a lot of times his hair,
His hair.
it's
Right.
anywhere from Coolio to Barbie hair.
No, not
And
Coolio.
so I have a lot of problems
not nice.
with him.
Oh goodness.
Shohei Ohtani from the Angels.
Yes,
made the list too.
he's not bad for
super
being-
tall.
Yes.
And he just has.
Did we list any baseball players?
he plays for
He's
the
baseball,
Okay,
Angels.
he's a baseball player. Okay, sorry guys, I'm not real sporty kind of girl. I don't know about all that.
And there's a picture of him on that list.
Oh, okay.
He's number 15
And
on
his
the list.
talent makes him sexy as well.
Oh,
because
and
he's
just
amazing.
because he's so tall.
Yes,
looking
And I
guy.
like
he is
tall.
tall.
So I get
Brown sexy.
Shohei Ohtani.
There was one thing I saw on
I feel
there.
bad that he got screwed out of all that money by his translator.
Yeah.
Did he actually, or was he participating?
Or was he?
And his translator took the fall for it.
What about Jimmy Butler?
Jimmy Butler,
He's 14 on the list.
is
Jimmy
he?
Butler.
Is he the one
Yeah,
with
we
the
can
hair?
mention it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he's the one right above.
Okay, that's the
Yeah.
one I said.
That's what
He
you're just
ranges
talking
from
about.
You know who's not on
Coolio
this
to Barbie
list?
hair.
My Luca.
Luca does not get the love.
He does not
He
get the love I
deserves.
think that
Oh,
he
I'm liking this Cody
as far as being
Bellinger,
a
man.
sexy
He's
professional
handsome. How are
athlete.
you?
Cody Bellinger, yeah.
It's a good looking man. Okay.
What I wonder what my listeners think. I wonder who they think are
Who the
good
sexy
looking
players,
yes,
right?
players.
Because I feel like
Ooh, they have boxers on here
Luca
too.
doesn't get
He
it.
doesn't,
He's
and I
one
think
of the
he should.
highest paid. He's one of the most talented. He doesn't get credit for that
Yes.
either.
Are we
he's-
doing boxers?
I mean,
Canelo is my
yeah.
man.
it-
Let
when
me
he
tell
talks,
you guys.
it irritates me.
No,
Canelo?
Yeah.
I'm so used to it because
I
my
can't wait for
husband's
his
from
fight.
Mexico as well, so I love
You hear
it.
it all the
I'm a
time.
Canelo
I'm ready for his
girl.
fight.
Yes, I am a
He has a
Canelo
fight
girl.
coming?
Yes,
When?
on the 9th, September 9th, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think he's fine. Right. My husband's the one that likes to watch all his fights.
Yeah,
and all
his
that
fight's
stuff.
coming up. It's gonna be big.
He's a good-looking
Yeah,
dude.
he's fighting that. Oh my gosh, what is his? Now I can't think of a name. Now I have to. Come on,
You have
people,
to
help
look
me
it
out
up.
here. Oh, it's gonna make me so mad.
Who he's fighting.
So we're gonna move on then.
Yes,
Okay.
let's go ahead and do that
Let's move
because
on.
Stylish athletes is where we're going now. We'll wait for Lee to come back with.
Okay.
with
Can I go?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did some retros. Some
Okay.
retro guys, okay? So I have on my list, I had Michael Jordan. because he always had really nice suits on. You know, he really looked really nice.
Michael
in
Jordan
anything.
had really good like Arsenio style suits.
Yes,
Yes.
for the
Well,
time
simple
period,
top,
right?
yes,
Yes,
matching.
but he always looked really good all
and that
the
was
time.
such the style back then.
Yeah, he was always in style,
Yes.
right? For his time period,
Yes.
right? I'm not saying right now
Love-
because
love
I haven't
Jordan.
seen him in a long time.
Oh, and just letting you know, it's Berlanga, the fight.
Oh, the fight.
Yes.
okay,
Berlanga
you fight,
Yes.
she found it out.
and
Okay.
Canelo.
And we're gonna watch that. just
And then
like-
I have Dennis Rodman.
Dennis is so eccentric.
Dennis Rodman.
Okay, let me tell y'all something. He got so much flack and what people perceived him as just by his dress and how he was.
Right.
If you really were to look into who he actually was, the kind of person,
Like as a person.
I absolutely adore Dennis Rodman. He's
Yeah.
awesome. Not only was he one of the most talented basketball players
Yeah,
in
he
that
was.
era,
Yeah.
but he was just an amazing person.
Dennis
Yeah.
Rodman is also a big fan of Kim Jong Un,
Oh.
and so he's gonna get a from us.
Okay.
because I'm
Okay.
sorry, we don't support North Korea's dictatorship
Okay,
here.
that
don't.
okay.
And-
I was just talking about
don't.
style wise. I
They're-
thought it was cool.
don't.
They're like
he was,
besties.
And
him
I've-
and Kim
I
Jong Un.
saw
he was,
that, and
he
I
was
heard.
very brave though in his style choices.
Yes.
Is what
and
I'm
he
saying.
was very brave in a lot of stuff.
Yes.
that he did also.
He's
So-
brave in his support of the North Korean dictatorship.
That's what. You
Okay.
Know.
That's
So,
holding their people
next
down
on
and
my
keeping
list,
them hungry.
I have is a David Beckham.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he
oh,
was-
David Beckham
Devin-
always looks
oh
so
yeah, very
dapper.
classic,
And he
very
was also
good
on
looking
the
guy.
sexy list.
He was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
He's
could
always
be.
been.
He could be like a spy, right? Like you know, on the
Oh,
movies.
yeah, he would be a good 007.
Oh man,
Yeah.
he was good looking guy.
He was
So
always
yeah,
fashionable.
that was my list. Just
Dwayne
you know,
Wade is on the list. I think
Dwayne
Dwayne
Wade?
Wade. Well, because his wife, not I keep wanting to call her Gabby Giffords, but Gabrielle
Gabriella
Union.
Yes.
She's so, she's gorgeous.
Yes.
She
She
is.
dresses so nice.
Yes.
Yes.
And I
They're
feel
like a power couple.
They really
Yeah.
are.
They
I
really,
love.
really are.
I love them.
Yeah.
I love them. But David Beckham's on the list as well.
Good looking guy.
Let's see here. No. Patty Mills from he played for the Spurs. I don't know. He plays for, I guess, the Nets.
I think
But
so.
the picture that they use of him is so ugly. His outfit is so trash. Did you see him on the
Yes.
list?
What number is he?
Yes.
He is number, let's see here, 6. He looks, it's just not a
I
good.
got to the bottom.
Roger Federer looks really good in that
Yes, he
suit,
does.
in this white suit that
Really
he's
good
wearing.
style.
Jackson Irvine, he's a soccer player. His fashion is very. I
Oh,
love
wow.
it. It's very different
Ooh,
in
David
how
Beckham.
he dresses, but
Even when he gets older, he's so fine. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I just saw a picture of him. Yeah, I like his fashion.
Tom Brady's always up there. But everybody.
I'm sorry.
You know,
Can't go for Tom Brady here.
We were just talking about
and
that
it's-
earlier.
I
me
guess
and
we
him.
have to meet him in person
He's on
because
the list,
every
yeah.
time
Oh, is
people
he?
meet him or talk, they're like, "Oh, I got lost for words." He is just an
Stupid.
cute,
Oh,
gorgeous
Hey.
man.
he looks stupid to
So
me.
I don't see
He was
from
such
where.
a sissy during his
but-
roast.
Did
He
he
was
cry?
such a sissy. He practically cried.
Yeah, it
He
was.
told
I saw the roast.
he told that one guy not to make jokes about Bill Belichick.
Yeah,
He went on Twitter the next day to bitch and moan because they made jokes about his ex-wife.
yes.
Listen, I think if you're going to divorce her, you would be making jokes about her too.
Right? Like,
But
are you
apparently not.
sprung maybe a little bit, sir?
Russell Westbrook is also on this list.
He dresses pretty dapper. I
And
like his little fashion.
I'm going to
thing.
add one that wasn't on the list.
Okay.
Dwight Powell. If you follow him on
Yes.
Instagram, anytime they show the Mavs, like when they're showing up at the arena,
Uh-huh.
he's always dressed so nice.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his suit combinations, his outfits. Sometimes he dresses goofy, but most of the time his suits are really, really nice.
Yeah, and,
And he-
shout out, not being biased or nothing, but another one that needs to be on there is Mahomes.
Oh yeah.
He can walk out. He
Yeah.
walks out in some suits, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
He's a
looking.
good-looking guy.
He's looking dapper. He looks really, really good when he's suited.
With
I
them
think
shades
people
on.
just
Yes, with
Yeah.
his
talk a lot of shit
shades
because he has a
on
big
and-
forehead.
And he has
and
that
his voice. I think
Yeah.
he gets
He
a lot
sounds
of
like
shit for his
Kermit
voice.
the Frog.
You'll ever see that
But
one
who
meme
smokes?
when
But I
they
mean,
have
hey.
a baby that supposedly was him and the big old forehead was like
Oh,
popping out
then
all
you leave
big.
Patrick Mahomes
Yeah.
alone.
Y'all leave him alone.
I know.
Hey, I'd have a Kermit the Frog voice if I made that much money.
Listen, I don't care what he sounds like or
I
what
don't
he
care
looks
He
like.
is richer than all of us.
Right?
Give me a husband that has a $500 million
Right.
contract. I don't care what
He's
his
probably
voice.
cool though, man. Like I bet, like
He
that
looks
doesn't
like
even-
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he looks like he's a
fun.
cool guy.
His wife Okay, I'm gonna be a Brittany Mahomes hater.
Oh no.
She looks like a bitch. Did you see when she went to that VIP party and Jackson Mahomes is trying to get in and she's just like ignoring him?
And then there was also a video when they were here. They had went to a home game, basketball, and they were sitting, and the cameras just so happened to
zoom
in to where she says something or whatever. I guess that maybe made him mad or something, or he kind of leaned over and told her, "Hey." Who knows what he told her?
Right.
Calm your tits is probably what he told
when
her.
he turned back around, she like rolled her eyes and did like this little mocking thing. I'm like, oh my gosh, I wonder what. But that just didn't make her look.
She's got money.
She threw beer or water on those fans at that game one time. Remember? And I'm just like, she's just low class.
Yeah, I wonder if.
And I feel like him as the athlete needs to keep
her in check.
God, I hate to say keep a woman in check.
Yes.
Yeah.
But maybe tell her. In the position that we're in,
right?
You can't act like a dumbass,
yes,
right? Because any little thing is gonna put you out there, and it's gonna bring in those opinions of people that think, oh.
And not only that, you're affecting our brand.
Oh yeah,
you know, you're
gonna
part
affect the
owner
money.
in a major franchise,
right?
You know, I'm a quarterback for a major franchise.
Right.
You can't go out acting like an asshole.
Like speaking to her like in a business way.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
that I'm your husband and you have to listen kind of thing.
That's gonna be so hard because can you imagine us, how we are and how we're or how we even talk. If it was we were put in a position like that where we became so famous or whatever, everything is going to be scrutinized of what we do, say, what people see, and it's like you have to hold up that image. And I want to root for her, and hope that just because
maybe it was just a bad day or something.
Yeah, he's such a great guy. He's helped so much, and of course, coming from our university, it's like,
of course,
do not get me started on his brother Jackson.
Here we go.
What a fuck up.
Hey.
I'm sorry. He allegedly assaulted that woman in her restaurant, then went on social media and allegedly started bashing her to where people started hating on her restaurant and she had to shut her business down. So he's an asshole.
Wow.
Not allegedly. He's an asshole.
Right.
That's not a big fan of
and it's
Jackson
like,
Mahomes.
Man, it kind of makes me feel like, golly. Because I'm such a big fan of Mahomes. It's like I just want everything to go so good for him.
Right.
So any little thing like that.
And my thing is like if my sister was making Patrick Mahomes money and being famous on that level, I'm gonna act so fucking right.
Right.
Because I don't want it to affect her brand.
Exactly.
Because Jackson Mahomes is basically living off of Patrick Mahomes. You know, he stays in his houses. He flies on the planes that he gets. And he's posting it on social media like it's his.
Yeah.
It's like, you ain't shit, bro.
And it's your brothers.
It's your brothers.
It's going to be hard for them because they have to get a big head. You know what I mean? And think. And they start that power trip like, oh, well, Mahomes is my brother. I can do whatever I want. It's hard for people to realize that because of that, it's such a negative thing that you're putting out there. And I would be so... Oh, I don't know.
I'm telling you, I would be such a good representative of
course.
My sibling because maybe it'll bring them some extra money and maybe it'll make me look better, you know. So I wouldn't act like an asshole. Jackson Mahomes, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stay with us. We're going to take a really quick break.
We're
going to be back with the fastest wrap up of this show you have ever heard. So stay with us. You're listening to Drinks with the Side of Gossip, the Fall Sports Extravaganza.
Welcome back to Drinks with the Side of Gossip. I am Miss Lee Lovely.
I'm Evie Sanrio.
And I'm George Odom. And we are back to wrap up the show. That's going to do it for us.
Man, I could go on for days with this
show.
I
with
loved
sports,
it.
Don't start us up with sports.
Yes.
With hot men, don't start us up with hot men. Put it together. I mean, you know.
We can go on for days.
We can go on and on forever. But that's going to do it for us for the Fall Sports Extravaganza. Thank you so much for listening. We will be back on Friday. Let's talk about our social medias before we get out of here. Because I mean, we always do. So for Drinks with a Side of Gossip,
we've got our email at drinkswithasideofgossip@gmail.com.
Send us your listener emails.
Yes,
send us those emails.
Let us
y'all.
know, people. Let us
Our
know.
Facebook is Drinks with a Side of Gossip.
So is our Instagram and our Threads, and then we got our Snapchat and TikTok and Twitter at DWASOG Podcast.
And then, of course, we have the Hollywood Hot Minute,
Yes.
which, again, made it to the Apple Podcast Top 200.
That's what I'm talking
at
about.
number 119 this time.
Yes.
So super excited
yes,
for that
yes.
because that's amazing.
Yes, it is pretty.
We're still trying to get this show on there.
Right.
Yes.
But it's amazing that we were able to get the Hollywood Hot Minute
Yes.
up on there. So
Yes.
follow us, Lee.
We've got our email at hollywoodhot60@gmail.com,
Our Facebook is Hollywood Hot Minute.
along with our Threads at Hollywood Hot Minute, and our Instagram and TikTok is Hollywood Hot 60.
So that's going to do it for this episode. We will be back on Friday with Drinks with a Side of Gossip, the weekend edition. So
Yes.
until then, we'll see you Friday.
Love
We
you
love y'all.
guys.